Before we wrap up, we're going to close out with
Hmm.
a tribute to your mentor.
Kevin Hearthstone. Yeah.
And he allowed what would have been gatekeepers to not allow you the second chance. You took a chance by reaching out. He opened the door. He's no longer with us.
Oh.
What's your life like for you? What's the end game now? And what has he brought to
Um,
you to strengthen you?
he opened the door for me for so much to let me know that there was good people out there. He was one of the few people to actually sit down and take the time to get to know how my brain operates with the ADHD. He gave me a chance. He didn't have to. But the fact that he sat there and let me finish said so much about his character and about who he was because he knew it was tough. And so any little accomplishment or every little milestone, I throw it up to him. And I hope that he's watching. And I hope that he sees what's happening with Mucky Mondays. They're incorporating a writing class now before. So they're really trying to foster a growth in a community to honor him. So I hope that he's watching that from the other side. I hope that he's watching it. Yeah, but every accomplishment, this or every time I do something dumb on stage, I'm like, "Mm, I know you saw that." Like, because I do think about him quite frequently because it was all about him saying, I remember specifically what he said. He's like, since we do whatever we want to do here, we're going to have Beth come back up on stage, and he just did this little, or sometimes I'll scroll about the pictures that we took together and stuff like that. He had this brilliant smile.
How
Um,
important is it for, to, because a lot of us don't realize that if we do a self inventory of our life's journey, there's always those individuals that have helped pave the way. How important was that for you? Just think if that didn't even happen.
if it didn't even happen, my comedy career would have ended by one show, or it would have been much more difficult because I kept trying to ask for years, hey, how do I get started in comedy? Nobody would tell me, but they'd be like, "Oh, I'm a comic," but they wouldn't tell me.
You think that's kind of effed up?
It is a little bit. It is.
How do you get to be there? I don't know. That's a joke in itself.
It is. Oh, I have so many. I've been actually on this time off. I've been writing a lot of new material about girl code.
What's a
Like girl code, like, I know you're not wearing that, or, why are you dating? Like just certain, I've met some of my very best friends in comedy who are women. There's Maya Smith. She's the two-time roast champion who's worked with Kevin King. There's Chelsea Snedden, who's out of North. There's Crystal Evans, Whitney White. Whitney White is really taking off too.
you guys are part of the
Yeah, we're just a part of our little girl group, and it's funny because Whitney and I like to banter back and forth because she went on vacation and she saw the Wicked exhibit, and hers was the Black Wicked of Witch outfit, and mine was Glenda, and she goes, "Yep, this is how our dynamic is," because she's like, I dress very princessy, and she's very,
Oh my
like,
god.
so it's just like a total contrast. But I wouldn't change her for. That's what I love about the women of comedy, even the men of comedy. Like, even the men, like, barring all the, like, bull crap, like, that I brought up, I love the diversity of comedy. I love it because there's so many different walks of life, you know? You've got KJ Weaver, AJ the Sign, the comedian, you've got so many wonderful comics who just bring all of that.
You need to be a walking advertising boy.
I I
Like,
do, and you know
yeah,
what?
like
Even the comics are like, "You remember that I said that on my set?" But my thing is that should be what comedy is, like, I want to remember you, like, there's Bob East. There's Bob East, he does caricatures. He
really.
literally draws characters. There's Terry Shepard, he's been one of my mentors too. And, his very loving nature, and he's like, "No, keep going, keep doing this, keep being you, don't apologize for who you are." So there's a lot of wonderful people in comedy, and, like, if you get time, January 22nd, go to that roast battle.
Definitely would do that. That's actually a day after my birthday. So
Well,
yeah, yeah,
if you wanna go, I will get you that ticket.
yeah.
That will be my gift.